environmental conditions of the mountains. So even the changes whichever is happening in the beetles will be depending on the environmental conditions of the mountain. So just now we saw that there was two populations on the two mountains, right? So this now become two entirely different species. So ಈ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಬೀಟಲ್ಸೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಬೀಟಲ್ಸೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so you see two population on two mountains have become now entirely different species. Okay, so geographical isolation led to speciation or creation of entirely different new species. So if the beetles were in the same mountain, that means it is only one population of beetles. Now the isolation has taken place due to environmental factor. You see there is entirely new creation of beetles. So main reason for new creation or speciation, that is geographical isolation. If there is a change in place, okay, if there is some geographical isolation, we see various creation or speciation will occur. That means new species gonna form, entirely different species is being formed. So in your textbook, if you read out the theory, so what we have seen so far is a micro evolution. Okay, that means the changes are very small, right? So even though they are very significant, the changes what we see is very minute. Like I said, red beetles are fusing with the red beetles itself and giving a green beetles. So green beetles is a small change, but it is very significant. Significant in the sense it can fuse again with the red beetles itself. Okay, also they simply change the common characteristics of a particular species. That is a small change of a color, that's all. But this does not properly explain as how new species come into existence. So that we can't predict with that how new species will be existed. Okay, that can be said to have happened only if this group of beetles we are thinking about splits into two populations that cannot reproduce with each other. So when this happens, they can be called as two independent species, as I said, this isolation part. Okay, so consider what would happen if the bushes of the beetles feed on are spread widely over a mountain range. Okay, same example I've taken. The beetle population becomes very large, right? So if you see beetles in the large mountains, the population of beetles will be also more. So the beetle population becomes very large, isn't it? But individual beetles feed mostly on few nearby bushes throughout their lifetime, so they do not travel so far also. So in this huge population of beetles, there will be subpopulation in the neighborhoods, right? Since male and female beetles have to meet for reproduction to happen, most reproduction will be within the subpopulation. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು population ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, so only with that available mutual sex only they will have a reproduction, right? Of course, an occasional adventurous beetle might go from one side to another. So as I gave an example, one beetle may go to another population. Okay, or a beetle is picked up by a crow from one side and dropped in other side without being eaten. So if there is any crow here, okay, so this is going to pick one beetle and dropped at another population. These cases can occur. So in either cases, the migrant beetle will reproduce with the local population. So one beetle has come here now, it will go and fuse with the available beetle in that particular population. So this will result in the genes of migrant beetle in entering a new population. So this kind of gene flow is bound to happen between population that are partially but not completely separated. Okay, so if however between two such subpopulation a large river comes into existence. So imagine there is a river here in between two population. Okay, so what happens? So the two population will further isolated, right? The level of gene flow between them will decrease. So ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬೀಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬೀಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ there is a river between two mountains. right? So now the gene flow will decrease further. So over generation, genetic drift will accumulate different changes in each subpopulation. Also, natural selection may also operate differently in these different geographical locations. For example, in a territory of one subpopulation, crows are eliminated by eagles, right? But this does not happen for other subpopulation where crow numbers are very high. Okay, so this concept I've already taught in the first one, illustration. Okay, so only this concept you keep it in mind. So because of the geographical isolation, speciation occurs and new species are formed. Fine. So in next class I'll be explaining about evolution and classification. Okay, see you all children, have a good day.